A warm good afternoon to all you. I'm Divya, third year BJMC student, and it is indeed my privilege as an Scotian to have you all on board for the workshop titled Identifying and Debunking Medical Misinformation in Association with Data Leaks. I now call upon our principal, Dr. Riturubhe Tiwari, to deliver the welcome speech. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Divya. Thank you so much. Respected speaker, Dr. Aditya Shukla, our beloved director, Father Robinson Rodriguez, all faculty members and non-teaching staff, and my loving students. It is a glorious movement to extend my warm wishes on behalf of Niscot Media College. Before we begin the workshop, I want to convey my heartfelt gratitude to data lead and expert speaker, Dr. Aditya Shukla. The online workshop on identifying and debunking medical misinformation will be really beneficial for all our students and staff, specifically in this COVID time period. I ensure the workshop will be profitable and fruitful for everyone present here. So I welcome Dr. Aditya Shukla and all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear Ritu, ma'am.
This is a fact-checking workshop actually, and the topic of the workshop is identifying and debunking medical misinformation. And it is a health fact-checking India Training Network initiative. Started by Data Leads and Boom Live with the support of Google News Initiative. Okay, Google News Initiative has done a lot of work in debunking fake news. So this is again an initiative by Google, and in India, it is taken up by Data Leads and Boom Live. I'm Dr. Aditya Shukla. I'm a fact and fit trainer under this Health Fact Checking India Training Network. And I am working as an assistant professor media studies in IMS Unison University. So the workshop will go in 5 sessions, totally 5 sessions. First, I will introduce you with the Fact and Fit initiative and health misinformation, image verification, source verification, and video verification. Okay, I will tell you a lot of tools too. So for students, they can take their pen and copy, and they can note down the tools because they may be useful for them for debunking the medical misinformation. Okay, let me start with a fact that Google has given a report in 2020, and Google has estimated that the India will be having 650 million people online by the end of 2020. So it is a promising thing that India is growing. The internet users in India is growing, but a lot of bad things are also happening there. Okay, one more fact is there that either 3 Google searches comes from outside the metros, and this is an interesting fact. Local language searches also increasing very rapidly by 10x. It means the people are searching more content online, but what they are searching, it is again a question. So what they are searching, if you try to read this report, you will find out that people are searching more health than education, finance, travel, and sport. So when people are searching health, it means they may be in trap of the misinformation. They will be in the trap of information related to misinformation related to health. It's our duty to just debunk it, to identify that medical misinformation. I will give you a lot of examples related to medical misinformation in between my presentation, that how the people are suffering due to these misinformations. Okay, so what is the real danger in the in online media? Real danger is fake news. And what is the fake news actually? It is just a fake news make people believe false things. When you got in trap of any fake news, you will be started. You will be starting not to believe on truth simply. Okay, when you continuously, when you are counter with the fake news, you will start believing on fake news only, not on truthful information. So this is the real danger in online platforms and in internet media. Now, if we talk about only medical misinformation and we take the example of COVID-19, A lot of newses are there, and how it is dangerous, you will find out it by the statement of Supreme Court of India. Honorable Supreme Court has given a statement on 30th March 2020, fake news and pandemic will destroy more lives than coronavirus. So you think that, and WHO has said that we are fighting with two type of pandemic. One is pandemic, coronavirus pandemic, and another is infodemic, information pandemic. Please bath and drink hand sanitizer, poison centers cases rise under COVID-19. A lot of people due to these things that they can drink the sanitizer and they can cure from the coronavirus. COVID positive person drink sanitizer in UP. Lot of examples are there. If you search the news is online, you will find out many people have suffered due to these misinformations. Okay, so we people, what the Google has started. The Google has started a global effort. We are not training only in India. We are training in all across the world. And Google has launched this program on 2nd April 2020. Here in India, it is called Fact and Fit Initiative, and it is a collaboration of Data Leads, Boom Live, and Google. Okay, so I'm training you under this Fact and Fit Initiative. We 25 people are there, and we 25 people are conducting workshops in all across India with the medical students, with the media students, with the journalists, with the NGOs. So we 25 are working hard to just debunk the misinformation, medical misinformation. So I'm quickly coming on, after this introduction of Fact and Fit Initiative, I'm quickly coming on health misinformation, what health misinformation is. So if I try to just define it, health misinformation is a term used for any health related claim which is not supported by or an incorrect interpretation of currently proven, professionally accepted scientific evidence. Simply, we all know that health is totally science driven. If there is anything which is not scientifically approved, it means it is a misinformation. And incorrect interpretation of the medical information is also a very big danger in India also. So I will tell you how it is a dangerous thing. Anything which is coming to you, which you are reading, if it is not supported by any scientific evidence, it means it is a misinformation. And if it is related to health, then it is called health misinformation. What it can create, how it will affect you. First is immense public health consequences. It can create negatively affect knowledge. It can negatively affect your knowledge, that maybe you are having a true knowledge, but after reading that fake news, you maybe start believing in that. So it can change your attitude too, and it can also harm the practices in the health system. And it is also creating an echo chamber effect. What is this echo chamber effect is that continuously reading the fake news or misinformation, it will create an echo chamber around you, and you start believing only on the fake news, not on the truthful information. Okay, so this is all about fake health misinformation. And if we talk about the fake news, it is three types of fake news we are having. It is given by Cardoni in 2019: misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation. I will tell you what is this. False connection or misleading content is called misinformation. False context, imposter context, manipulated content, and fabricated contents comes under disinformation. Leaks, harassment, and hate speeches comes under malinformation. All three combinedly make the fake news or fake information. Okay, all these combinedly make. So I'm talking about medical misinformation because in medical, false connections and misleading content is more than any other field. Okay, and false context is also there, but I will focus on this misinformation thing only. Okay, okay. So what type of misinformation we are having online actually? First thing is false connections. When it is called clickbait also in the web journalism term, it is also called clickbait. When headline, visuals, or caption don't support the content, many times you find out the content, many type of content where the headline is not supporting the real content which is given in the news or in the information. Many times you will find out the visuals, but those visuals may not be related to those content which has been given with that visual. So this is called the false connection. Then we have manipulative content. When any type of general information or imagery is manipulated to just circulate or just to just get things viral. Okay, because virality is again a very big thing in online media. Information, the information is genuine, but it can be manipulated by someone. Any troll or any lot of terminologies are there, or they only circulate it, and ultimately it will harm the society. Misleading content we are having, misleading use of information to frame an issue or individual. This is again a very big challenge nowadays. In Twitter, in other social media platforms, you will find out a lot of misleading content, just to just to frame an issue or any individual. Okay, fabricated content is totally 100% false content. It is designed to just do harm. Okay, this is again a type of misinformation. False context we have. When genuine information is shared with the false contextual information, I will tell you a lot of examples. This is a big problem in health scenario, because many people circulate a lot of informations which may not be related with the real context. So when genuine information is shared with the false contextual information, it is a misinformation. It can create a problem. Imposter content we are having. We are having imposter accounts too under misinformation. Many times the sources may be genuine, but they may be impersonated by someone, maybe by hacking or some other things, like someone has just breached the privacy policy and just stolen your photograph from the social media website, and he has just circulating the imposter content again and comes under misinformation. So these are the types of misinformation, and now I'm moving forward with the sources of misinformation. Normally, the first number one source of the misinformation is advertisement. I will tell you how these advertisements are the sources of misinformation, especially related to health. PubMed and Amazon is again a source of misinformation. Patient anecdotes. This is a big problem in India. If someone is cured by some medicine, by just taking some medicine, he will surely advise you, please take this medicine for the same maybe for the same health problem to other person. But every physical body is behaving differently. So maybe the salts, medicinal salts which are applicable on one body may not be applicable on all physical bodies. So hearsay and rumors is again a very big problem. Misinterpretation of medical information. This normally occurs at the level of researcher, when they misinterpreted the things, and many times in journalistic in journalism, we people find out that news is written by misinterpreting some research paper. Okay, so this is again a big problem, but I will not tell you how to interpret the medical research, because it is a little higher degree thing that I am taking this also with the medical students and medical researchers, but I'm not taking this part with you. I'll just tell you image verification, video verification, and source verification. So how the advertisements are the biggest source of the misinformation. You know that firms spread misinformation to mislead the consumers many times, and especially in some related to health. So just to get the for good financial gains. Okay, so a classical example for this is tobacco industry in India. Tobacco is harmful for society and harmful for the human body, but you will find out the advertisement very rapidly in television, in newspapers, everywhere you will find out the advertisement. Fluoride content water is again an example. Anorexia and modeling, iodinization, nutritional and dietary supplement is again a big source of misinformation. The nutritional and dietary supplement companies are selling the same supplement to everyone. It may be applicable in your physical body or not, but they are selling the same formula to everyone, and they are saying that you will be healthy after eating these nutritional and dietary supplements. So advertisement is number one in spreading misinformation. Second is PubMed and Amazon. While PubMed and Amazon are widely considered to be reliable source, but nowadays we have user-generated content including many unverified testimonials there. Many times we buy, nowadays we are buying many things online, and what we do, normally we read the consumers reviews. Okay, when we read the consumer reviews, you will find out a lot of things are unverified there. And if you are just buying that product on the basis of those reviews, maybe you will be in the trap of the misinformation. Amazon Pharmacy just launched, you know that Amazon Pharmacy has just launched, and people are giving the reviews there also. So this WebMed and Amazon is also now creating a very big issue related to medical misinformation. Patient anecdotes. Studies have shown that people are more likely to trust the medical advice of someone who has experienced the medical issues. I have told you that. But as far as the health is concerned, beliefs and experiences are not synonymous with scientific facts. So anything which is not scientifically proven, you must not rely on that. Okay, so patient anecdotes is again a very big problem. Rumors and misinterpretation. Rumors is always created to just viral the things. So this is in India, it is again a problem, rumors and misinterpretation. Okay, so let me take some examples of rumors and misinterpretation of things. First example is during the Ebola crisis, and one student of Nigeria has spread a message on social media that by bathing in salt water, you can cure from the Ebola. Many people drink that salt water and they ultimately hospitalized. They were ultimately hospitalized. So this is a biggest thing, that someone has created a rumor that by bathing in the salt water, you could prevent Ebola. And what ultimately happened, people believed on that information and they were hospitalized. This is one example. Second example is from Kerala. And one message has spread on WhatsApp that RSS is having a plan that after 40, they are having a plan and they are giving an injection to our children's, okay, and after 40 they will not be able to produce the kids. Okay, so what happened with this rumor? Parents of more than 240,000 children in Kannur district of Kerala refused to give the injection. What the injection was? MMR injection, measles, mumps, and rubella injection. It is very important for the kid to take. And the drive, the vaccination drive was stalled for 2 months. So you can just assume or just think on the consequences of the rumors and medical misinformation. So this has happened in India. That's why I've taken this example. Now I will talk about the COVID-19 misinformation in India. First misinformation is factually incorrect. Aspirin can cure coronavirus infection. Many people have spread this misinformation that aspirin can cure coronavirus. Maybe aspirin can cure coronavirus with some other supplements, but aspirin only can't cure the coronavirus. Okay, many people have many journalists have misinterpreted this. Many papers have written on this aspirin, but it is factually incorrect because those papers are not scientifically proven. Cow urine can cure coronavirus. Okay, maybe with a proper treatment with some medicinal supplements, cow urine can cure some other diseases, but it can't cure coronavirus. Actually incorrect, correct and motivated. In India, you got this news during when the coronavirus COVID-19 started in India during Feb and March. Gargling with salt water and vinegar prevents coronavirus infection. This is again false context. Maybe gargling with salt water and vinegar prevents your normal flu, but there is no evidence related to coronavirus infection. Okay. Next thing is fabricated content. You can see I'm giving you the examples. This is a false context. This is fabricated content. Someone has taken the letterhead of St. Luke's Hospital and created an information that consuming alcohol can provide protection against COVID-19. And vodka is the most recommended for drinking, cleaning, and sanitizing. So this is the fabricated content, how the people create fabricated content. So what actually the fake news peddlers have, they always has an agenda. Okay, when you are seeing any misinformation or fake news, it will always have an agenda. Okay, Spread extreme emotions. This is a very important thing, that when you see any misinformation, it will hit your emotions. Maybe you feel proud, you get excited, you get angry, you get scared, and you get panic. So simple thing is this: when any information is hitting your emotions, you must think about that information. It is factually correct or not. It create an echo chamber. I have told you earlier that it can create an echo chamber, that you will start believing on the false things continuously. People try to create the fake news to just make it viral. What we can do, we can verify, we can investigate. Okay, so I will tell you how to verify and how to investigate. Next thing is that you have to question yourself. If you are just seeing any misinformation or any type of information, you have to question yourself first. Are you emotionally triggered? First thing. If it falls under instigating fear, remedy, prevention, inciting racial hate, ask yourself if it is a hoax, likely to be taken seriously. Can it be taken seriously? Likely to do harm. Just ask yourself, can it do harm to society? Possible or quickly to clearly verify or debunk? Can it is possible to just verify it? Yes, it is possible to verify it, because we are having a lot of fact checking databases and a lot of other credible sources too. I will tell you some database and some credible sources. So for text and audio, check the origin of the information and its credibility. Search the name, place, if there is mentioned. If they exist, contact them to verify. This is the first rule, source verification. Then image verification, you can use the reverse image search. I will tell you how to use it. Video screen cap, the first keyframe, or use InBit, I will tell you how to use it. Find the date and location, time, all these things I will tell you how to use it. You have to follow the SEEP guideline. It is given by First Draft. First Draft is a very big news platform nowadays. So you have to verify the sources, history, evidences, emotions, and if any picture is associated there, you have to just verify that picture. So it is called the SEEP formula for SEEP guideline for debunking misinformation online. Okay, and never forget good old-fashioned journalism rule. So all of you are the student of media. So can anyone tell me what is the old rule of the journalism? Just put on your mic and speak. Anyone? What is the anyone can tell me? People, are you there? I'm audible to you or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So just tell me that what is the old-fashioned journalism rule? The first rule of the journalism.
Sony has mentioned in the comments that facts.
5 W's and 1 H. Not facts. You have to verify the facts later. So for verifying the facts, you have to follow the 5 W's and 1 H. Okay. So when you are debunking medical misinformation or any type of misinformation, you have to follow this thing. Okay. So there are a lot of websites. You can check the WHO website. You know that this organization have most abused organization during this COVID-19 pandemic, but they are providing the actual information. Center for Disease Control and Prevention, it is a Government of India website. You can check it. Food and Drug Administration website for food and drug related information. You can go here. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, New Delhi. You can check. Indian Council of Medical Research. You can check. I'm just giving you some databases to cross check the misinformation which you are getting related to health. So in WHO website, you will get a different data set for the vaccines nowadays. So which vaccine is in which phase, you will find out there in WHO website. State health ministries and public health departments also providing you information. You can go there too. And for fact checking, you can check Health Analytics Asia. This is a data leads initiative, Health Analytics Asia. You can go and check a lot of misinformation debunked there. Alt news, although they are many people are saying that they are biased in fact checking. but many times they fact check well, so you can check them too. EFP fact check of AFP.com. AFP News Agency is also doing the fact checking. Boom Live you can check. Boom Live is providing the content in Bangla too. So you can check the Boom Live Bangla also to just check the regional content. Vishwas News is a initiative by Jagran.com or Jagran, Dainik Jagran. So you can go and check the content in Hindi. They are checking in Hindi, they are checking in English and Bangla. They are in English, and Alt News Hindi and English both. Health Analytics Asia, currently they are providing you in many different languages. Okay, so you can check and go there, you can check for the fact checks. The WHO director, again, the most abused person in this COVID-19 pandemic, but he said a very wonderful thing. This is a time for facts, not fear. This is a time for rationality, not rumors. This is a time for solidarity, not stigma. So as a journalism, as a student of media, we have to follow facts. We have to follow rationality, and we have to follow solidarity. Okay, so that's all. The golden rule for verifying them, for anything, any information as a media student, if you are getting, you just verify it, verify it, verify it. I will tell you how to verify. If any question you are having. So this is my second session of this workshop, and it is related to image verification, how to verify the images. Okay, after this we will take a break of 5 to 10 minutes. So for image verification, if you are using the laptop, you have to install Google Reverse Image Search extension in your Google Chrome browser. Revi Reverse Image Search, you can note down it. The PPTs with your principal, ma'am, and she can share with you all this data. Revi Reverse Image Search you can download. TinEye Reverse Image Search, these are search engines for reverse image search. An awesome screenshot. Many times you are not able to take the screenshot, so you can, why this is important, taking a screenshot while verifying pictures, because it can give you the clear idea about the picture. So you can install this extension also. These 4 extensions you can install easily in your Google Chrome browser. These are not for other browsers. Okay, is it clear to you that these are not for the other browsers? So now let's start some interactive thing, because it is a little practical. Okay, so we must talk. So have you got it? These all 4 extensions: Google Reverse Image Search extension, Revi Reverse Image Search, TinEye, and Awesome Screenshot. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So this is a very prominent example when a photography teacher teach you. He say that a picture can say 1,000 words. Pictures can say 1,000 words. This is a very popular quote of a photography teacher. But what fact checkers say? Picture can say 1,000 words provided they are true. Nowadays, if they are true, so we fact checkers, what we follow, we normally follow the complex path of solving the things. Okay, maybe the simple path which you are following, the simple thing is that you are reading the information, you are just forwarding it to another channel. But what we fact checkers or we fact check trainers do, we have to follow the complex path. We have to follow the verification pattern so that we can debunk the information. Okay. So in this session, you will learn about how to verify images, reverse image search. You can tell if an image is old, if it is appeared earlier on the web. You can tell in what image was used out of context. You can also, if there is still some work left, you can check that also. You can check the sources too. So this picture, anyone who is not knowing about Albert Einstein and any person who is not knowing about anything about the internet, if he or she find this picture on internet, he will be okay with it, and maybe he or she can forward it. If it is on the internet, then it must be true. Maybe many people will forward it, but what we can do, we can verify it. So the first verification tool is Google Reverse Image Search. what you have to do, images.google.com, you just go in images.google.com, okay, and you just type it into the Google, any browser, images.google.com. When you open this, interface will be open like this, and a camera icon will be here. What you can do with this camera icon, you can directly upload the photograph which you want to verify, or you can only paste the URL of the photograph. If you are having the URL of the photograph, you can paste the URL of the photograph, or you can directly upload the image. To just reverse image search the content, and if you have downloaded the extensions which I have told you in the first slide, you can directly right click on the picture and you will get the link of that extension, and you could directly go to that. If I am clicking on this picture and I am getting these extensions, search by image, and I can search Google, Bing, Yandex, Baidu, and TinEye simultaneously for verifying the image, because I have already installed these extensions in my Google Chrome. So you can also use those extensions. First is search by image, and then we have a Rabbi reverse image search. You can also use TinEye is again a search engine, and you can just put TinEye in the Google browser in Google search, and you will find out the TinEye. It will work as images.google.com. You can directly put the URL here, and you can upload the image to TinEye reverse image search. So now students, can you just see this picture and this content, and can you tell me that if this is true? It's not true. So let's try to just find out how it is not true. So for verifying it, you can directly right click on the image, search Google for image. When you search Google for image or images.google.com, if you use, you will get this landing page open. Okay. So in this landing page, you will find out the first news. The first search is saying Embassy of People's Republic of China in Sudan and Chinese ambassador in Sudan. These keywords Google has taken by itself. You have not put in any keywords, but it is taken it by itself. It is giving you this search. When you click on this link, you will find out that this picture is true picture, and someone has created a mock picture of Sudani minister to just abusing China, because people are saying that it is started from China and xenophobia has created, a lot of things have created due to this misinformation. So they have just circulated this information just to say that Chinese minister is not wearing any mask, and Sudani minister is saving himself from the Chinese minister. Okay, so this is how you can find out the exact picture. So just a minute. I am putting this URL into your chat box. Okay, try to just debunk this. Try to just find out that if this picture is true. See this URL in your chat box. Go on images.google.com in your phone or in your laptop and try to debunk this. Just tell me if this is true or not. Someone has circulated 2500 bed COVID facility in Delhi Pragati Maidan. Okay, so just try to debunk it. So how to just, I'm just going to tell you the process. Okay, then when we people have put this URL in the Google images.google.com, what we have found out, a lot of pictures are there. One thing you can do, that when you are putting pictures in the images.google.com, try to put the picture which have the human element. Why? Because debunking the pictures with the human element is more appropriate than debunking with the objects, other objects. Okay, so try to crop this picture. When you put this picture, the images.google.com will show you many things. Okay, the print has already debunked it. So this is a facility from Mumbai Bandra Kurla complex, BKC complex. Okay, so these all pictures are from there, but someone has claimed that these pictures are from Delhi. TK Bhatt and Kejriwal for PM page on Facebook and TK Bhatt on Twitter, they have just circulated those images online and claiming that these are the facilities made by Arvind Kejriwal. Okay. For the mobile users, if you are using mobile, what you can do, if you put images.google.com in mobile, you will not find out this camera icon. Okay. What you have to do, just go here in 3 dots. Use these 3 dots. When you click here, another pop-up will open and you can click on desktop site. When you click on desktop site, the camera icon will appear and you can easily you can easily verify the images on mobile too. TinEye.com you can directly use TinEye.com on mobile and you can put pictures here too for reverse verification. So what are the tips? The tip 1 is before reverse image search, you have to crop the picture. What you have to do in this, these are the pictures, you can crop this one. Okay, when you crop this one, I can easily verify it. First thing is you have to crop the picture. Why you have to crop the picture? Because many times you will find out the pictures with the content too. Okay, normally that content may be written by morphing, using Photoshop. So you can crop this picture only, the picture of the human, not the content. Avoid having the pictures of content. So when you crop it, you will find out very easily you can debunk it or verify it. Now, one more news, scannews24.com, they have circulated on Facebook, Italian man who has lost his entire family to coronavirus finally commits suicide at top of the hotel. What do you think? Is this true? Anyone
I don't think it is true, sir.
Yes, okay, it is not true because it is given in the false context. Okay, the news is true. How we will find out? What to do? We have to crop this picture because it is having human element and content both. Hotel Valencia something is there. So when we crop this picture, if you put it on the reverse image search, what results it will give? Man jumps to death from the top of Hotel Valencia Center. The news is true, but the news is of 27 December 2019. Okay, so it is much before then coronavirus started. Okay, that's why it is not related to coronavirus cases. Yes, the news is true. Someone has did suicide due to some other reason, not due to coronavirus. Okay.
Excuse me, sir,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. Can you please again crop the image? How to crop? How much to crop? Can you please tell?
Actually, I have just someone has posted this thing. Okay, what you can do, you can crop this image. Why we have to crop this image only? Because it is the first image is not giving you the real picture. Okay, someone is just jumping and the hotel is not. So the second image is giving you the name of the hotel too, and the human element is much visible here. Okay, so you have to crop this picture. Okay, when you crop this picture, you will find this picture. Crop the picture, save in your laptop, and upload on images.google.com.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So when you put, you will find out the different results. Adding time filter, you can add the time filter too. During Pulwama attack, a lot of pictures of our soldiers were online, and maybe from different countries, people are using the pictures. So what you can do, you can add the time filter. You can just fix the time into Google, images.google.com, and find out the picture of the perfect time. So how you can do it, when you put any image on images.google.com, you will find out the tool option here. Okay, settings and tools. When you click on tools, it will give you the time option, anytime, past hours, past 24 hours, past week, past month, past year. So when you put this time filter with perfect date range, you will find out that those pixels are related to that particular event or not. Okay, So you can use this time filter also very perfectly when you are verifying the images. Second thing is you can use the Google Map also. Like this is a video circulated, you can crop this image. Okay, it is saying it is some LD market. Where LD market is located, you can use the Google Maps to just locate, just to find out the location of that image. Okay, maybe many people can circulate this image by saying that this is in Mumbai, India, and in Delhi. So you can easily find out the location of this LD market, and you can debunk the information. Okay, have you got it? Where you will find out the map option. When you put the image on images.google.com, you will find out the map option here. And you can easily click here and find out the location of that image. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So Yandex is another search engine, powerful alternative for the image verification, powerful alternative of Google. Okay. What it will do, it is more powerful on the faces and logos. When you are verifying the images related to logos and faces, you can use Yandex. This is again a search engine, and you can directly upload the images by clicking on this camera icon, and you can upload it and you can find out the results. Okay, so this picture is true or not? Let me give you this exercise. I'm just putting it in chat. When you search it on images.google.com, you will find out the first image where he has mentioned working from home. But many people have mocked Bill Gates too during this COVID-19 because of his investment into vaccine creation. So many people have mocked him also. Okay, this seems fake. Okay, by this saying it neck dive, it seems fake. Okay, this is the real image. So just tell me if this picture is true. What do you think? It is a playground in Manipur. So image is okay. This is a playground from Russia. Okay, not from India. Image is okay. Image is perfectly
Location
right.
is fake.
Okay, but the location which the social media user have mentioned, it is fake. Okay, so what are the takeaways of this image verification? Images are often used to spread misinformation. You can easily use reverse image search to just trace the original source and optimize your result by using time and date filters. Look at images in the context of the past articles. Many times when you post some image, you will find out some articles related to that image. Many people may debunk it. Okay, so many times your work is more easy than others because fact checkers are debunking continuously. So what you can do, you can just stop spreading it further and you can check it. And if somebody is sending you that image, you can write to him or her that this image is fake. This is false context. This image is not from India. Okay. So this is all about the image verification. So if you have any question, you can go ahead. So for video verification, we are having 3 different extensions which you can download: inbuilt extension, Nimbus screenshot and screen recorder plugin, Google Translate plugin. Why all these required? I will tell you. Many times inbuilt is a verification tool. I will tell you how to use it. A Nimbus screenshot and screen recorder plugin. Why it is required? Many times you are unable to download the videos online. So what you can do, you can record the screen. You can use the screen recorder in mobile. You can easily record it, but when you are using laptop, you can use this screen recorder plugin. Okay. Then Google Translate plugin. Many times you will find out when during debunking the videos, debunking medical videos, you will find out that those videos came from some country. The language of this country is not, reading that language is not okay for you. So you can use the Google Translate plugin. These 3 plugins, you can note it down or you can install in your Chrome browser. Okay. So the process of verifying video, what it includes: break down the video into keyframes. First thing, use reverse image search to verify the individual keyframe screenshot. Find out visual clues. Inspect the audio also. Carefully listen to the audio. supplement with traditional journalistic practices. So the one thing is that video verification is not a linear process. There is no single rule for video verification. So you have to use a Google reverse image search too with that video verification, and you have to look for the clues, continuously look for the clues, visual clues and audio clues. When you find out the clues properly, you will debunk that video. There is no single rule to, it is not a linear process, okay? It is a process, it is a mixed process by using reverse image search, listening audio carefully. So I will tell you how to use it. InBid verification plugin, it is having the verification for both images and videos. So when you are using InBid, there is no need to use Google reverse image search. InBid is already have inbuilt reverse image search option, and it will provide you the good results. What is InBid? It is a web-based application. It is a web-based verification tool. We verify, when you open it, it will show that we can verify anything. Enhanced metadata, it is having YouTube, Facebook and Twitter videos you can easily verify here. But one thing is that you can't verify the Vimeo videos, because InBid is not having the data of Vimeo videos. It is having the data of YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. It can retrieve the contextual information such as location, interesting comments, license rights, keyframes, YouTube thumbnails, a lot of things it can extract. It will extract the still frames. After extracting the still frames, you can reverse image search it. Useful features like Magnify, Twitter Advanced Search and Image Verification Assistant, you can use it in this InBid option. Okay, this is the interface of InBid. Now, when you install InBid into your Google Chrome extension, it will be seen like this. Okay, this is InBid extension. When you open it, InBid, the interface will be like this. This is the landing page of InBid. This is the first page of InBid. What you can do, you can click on keyframes. These are the keyframes. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can click on the keyframes. When you click on the keyframes, you will get two options here, local files and submit. By using local file, you can directly upload the video. If you have stored it in your laptop or in your mobile, you can directly upload here. Or if you are having URL, you can directly put the URL of that video and you can submit. When you submit the video, it will give you the keyframes. Okay, it will provide you the keyframes of that video, static images of that video, because you know that the video having the different lot of frames, single video having a lot of frames, so it will break the video into different keyframes. Okay, after breaking the video into keyframes, you can use the reverse image search. Now I'm just showing you one video. Just see this video and tell that this video is from India. In this video, there is no audio actually. There is no audio clue. You are having only visual clues. Okay. Watch it carefully and tell if this video is true. It's from India. So let's debunk it with InBid verification tool. Okay. So what we have to do, we have to put this video into InBid keyframes. When you put it into keyframes, the URL of that video, when you put into keyframe in the InBid, it will extract in the keyframes. These are the keyframes of this video. Okay. Please put up your mic. Someone's mic is on. Okay. So when you put it into InBid, it will extract the video into keyframes. What you can do, you can use the reverse image search, fake news debunker, InBid already having debunking tool, so you can use the reverse image debunker of InBid. You can search the images in Google, Yandex, Bing, TinEye, Baidu, and Reddit. So a lot of search engines are here, but we have to use the Google most. Okay, when you use it, you will find out this. This is a video from South Africa. Okay, but people have posted it by saying that it is from India. Okay, and in South Africa, it is from Zimbabwe. Okay, have you got it? How to debunk the video? Just put this video into InVid. It will break the video into keyframes. Now you have to do the right click. By clicking right on the keyframe, one keyframe, that will search the reverse image of that video, and it will provide you the accurate results. Now one more video I am showing you. You must have heard this video, all of you. So just see this video. It was not of that time, okay, when he got admitted in hospital.
Yes.
Okay, it
Yes.
was recorded. So what you can do, just click on keyframes, put the URL. It will break the video into keyframes. You will find out that that video is recorded in April 2020, not in July 2020. Okay, it was recorded for the hospital workers, but not in July 2020.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
July.
So another tool is, you are having one more interesting tool which is called YouTube Data Viewer. It is an Amnesty International initiative, and it can also extract the thumbnails and the keyframes of the videos, YouTube videos only, because it is YouTube Data Viewer. And when you are trying to verify the videos related to YouTube, you can use this YouTube Data Viewer too. This is the second tool. First I have told you InVid. Second is YouTube Data Viewer. So how now, just see this video. A video of landslide was viral as Goa Badgaon Highway. And see this video, tell me it is from Goa. I think YouTube had deleted this video. Yes. So what we can do, this is landslide video uploaded, and people says that it is from Goa, but when it is verified, what it is saying in YouTube Data Viewer, when you put this URL link here, this is the URL link of that video, it will give the thumbnails. Reverse image search these thumbnails. Okay, so it is showing some Datic longer D. Now you are unable to read this language. Okay.
I think it was of Indonesia or.
Yes, it is from Indonesia. So this is the language. But what you can do, I have told you one tool, which is Google Translate plugin. Now you can use that Google Translate plugin, and you can translate this landslide moment in South Ganges. It is from Indonesia. Okay. Another tool is watch frame by frame. Okay, this is again a tool. Here you can watch the videos in slow motion. Okay, when you are trying to find out the visual clues, you have to see the slow motion videos. This tool, watch by frame, you can use for YouTube and Vimeo videos both. Okay, InVid you can't use for Vimeo videos, but this watch frame by frame you can use for the Vimeo videos. Okay, this is a news got viral that someone have used video of a Jugaad bike used by migrant labor ferry his family home during Dockland period in India. And you can see that News 18, NDTV, Free Press, all the publishers have published this news by seeing this video only. Now you see this video. So when you put this video into watch frame by frame, you will find out one thing. This number, are you getting me? That because why I am telling you different tools in different manner. When you put this video into watch frame by frame, you will find out this number of the car from where the video is recorded. Okay? Have you got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So when you put in proper manner DL1CS1745, and you can easily get the name of the owner and the number of the owner or the name of the owner from the registrar of vehicles. Okay, where the registration was done. Okay, so they have the fact checkers have got the number of the owner, and they have contacted. That video was taken 2 years back in Faridabad. The video was true, but it was put it in a wrong context during COVID-19. So every tool you can use for different purpose. For watching frame by frame, you can use watch frame by frame. For just extracting the thumbnails, you can use YouTube Data Viewer. For extracting keyframes and reverse image search, you can use InBid. So that's why I told you there is no linear process. Okay, it is a combination of different things. This is the visual clue, which I have told you, this number. Then now see this video. Do you think this is a video of Galwan Pangong Lake? It was viral during Galwan class, Indo-China class.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So what you can do, if many whistleblowers are there who will debunk that video. It is a video from Arizona, not from India. I have told you visual clues. Now this video is for audio clues. You can just watch this video. So now it is
Amount of
audible.
patient here, it is a complete threat to all the doctors and staffs of the hospital,
Yes,
including
sir.
patients. So that is why I'm forwarding this video to you, ma'am. This is Dr. Rana Singh here. Thank you, ma'am. This is the entire amount of people standing right in front of room number OPD 5, more than 100 in numbers. Please take an immediate action as soon as possible. Thank you.
Okay, so this is a video for audio clue. Someone is speaking that some Rana Singh is recorded this video, and he is Dr. Rana Singh. So he is giving an indication that it is a true video. So when debunkers tried to debunk it, Rana Singh, they found Rana Singh have posted this video on Facebook. Okay, so they tried to just find out that some Rana Singh is there or not. So they find out Rana Singh is a resident doctor in Mahavir Hospital. So this is how you can just look for the audio clues, and you can debunk the videos too by just listening the audio carefully. Rana Singh and some OPD is there. Geographical location also he have told in that video. So you can debunk it by using this audio clue. Then look for the visual clues also. Just see this video. This video got viral by saying that this is from Mumbai, and I have recently taken a workshop for Jabalpur, Mandsaur University, and people are saying that people are circulating this video by claiming that it is from Jabalpur. What do you think?
Sir, by looking at the cars, the models, I don't think this is India.
Okay, so let's see the more visual clues. If you see this video in watch frame by frame, you will find out a lot of visual clues here. One visual clue is the signboard. Okay, these boards, these billboards, and these are this is the Chinese necklace. Okay, so one visual clue you find that it is maybe it can be from China. Can be from China. It is still not from China. Okay, because this is no linear rule, because it is a combination of a lot of things. Second thing is you will find out this JMC, Zhengling Motor Corporation Limited, JMC, a Chinese automobile manufacturing company. So now we find two powerful clues, and we can debunk that this video is not from India. It is from China. Okay, this is how you can find all the visual clues. So look for the topography terrains in the video to cross-verify it with Google Map, flags, logos, emblems, badges. May help you in identifying videos or debunking videos. Vehicle numbers, I have told you. Weather is also a clue for debunking videos. Clothing comments on social media platforms. Always download the video for fact checking. Archive that video with yourself. Search with text of image. Try to reverse image search it. Okay. So what are the takeaways of this session? No single rule for video verification. It is a combination of keyword search, keyframe search, ground reporting. Essential to have one primary or secondary source. That's why I told you don't rely only one clue. You have to find out more clues to debunk the video. Okay, continuously look for the clues so that you can easily debunk the video. If you have any question, you can ask. Source verification. What you will learn in this session, what is the source verification, how to verify posts on Twitter, on Facebook, how to verify primary sources, how to verify medical claims, how to verify websites, how to verify date and time across all the platforms. Okay, so what is the source verification? Tracing and verifying the source is called source verification simply. And as a student of journalism, you must know that reliability of the information depends on the reliability of the source. Okay, so the source, if the source is reliable, the information will be reliable. Let's start verification tools for Twitter. First, I will tell you about the Twitter. Why I will tell you about the Twitter? If you are on Twitter, you will find out a lot of people are tweeting there. Many individuals, government organizations or government ministries, every minister is tweeting. And now the journalists are also citing the Twitter as a source of information. You know it, no? You know it very well that journalists are citing Twitter as a source of information. And Twitter is, on Twitter, a lot of misinformation is there. So it is must to verify the Twitter. How to verify it? Why people are spreading the misinformation on Twitter? First thing is they are creating imposter account. They are creating accounts by other names and other image, by the profile pic of some other people. Create new account. Many times they will create a new account after the event happened, like after Sushant Singh Rajput death. Lot of imposter accounts have been created online on Twitter for circulating the misinformation related to that death. Okay, changing their handles continuously. A specific news event, many times they will create the account and to create the spread the misinformation or to just the to circulate the political propaganda. They are prone to delete past activities. Okay, they will continuously delete the past activities in their account. Can potentially be paid trolls and propagating a strong agenda. Many time because you know that trolling is very high in Twitter, so they may be just propagating some strong agenda. Maybe they will be paid trolls. So how to verify those things? You must know this news. Amid Rajasthan crisis, Sara pilot attacks CM Gehlot on Twitter. You can see the pre-press news, Jagran News, English Outlook, all these three fell in the trap of this misinformation, this fake Twitter account. They have created a news story. What that account is tweeted, बड़े-बड़े जादूगरों के पसीने छूट जाते हैं जब हम दिल्ली का रुख करते हैं. And this is the Sara Sachin pilot account, but it is a fake account. And people have created news out of this tweet. Okay, are you getting it? So how to just find out? First clue is, for verifying the Twitter accounts, you must have a Twitter account. You must create your Twitter account first. Otherwise, you will not do anything. You will not be able to do anything. So when you go in the bio section of the Twitter account of Sara Sachin pilot, lot of spellings have written wrongly. Like spelling of Kashmir, you know, she is the sister of Umar Abdullah and daughter of Farooq Abdullah. And Rajasthan spelling is written wrongly. Sara, the name spelling is also wrong. So this is the first clue you will find out in the bio section that the account may be, still it is not fake. It may be fake. Now, second clue, you have a wonderful tool which is called does follow. Who follows whom? Does Umar Abdullah follow Sara Sachin? No. Does Sachin Pilot follow Sara Sachin? No. So this is the clue that both neither his husband nor his brother following Sara Pilot's account on Twitter. So again, you can claim it is a fake. Now you can claim it is a fake account. Another type of account are there that imposter accounts. Parody
Sir?
accounts, yes.
Hello. Sir, is it important that the account should be verified as the other account is following the same account? Because
What?
sometimes it is not like that, na? Like
No,
you told
most
that
of the time.
they both.
Yes, listen. I'm telling you because Sara Sachin Pilot is a big personality. Okay. As far as that crisis is concerned, I'm taking this example only for that crisis. Many times you will find out that people are not following the same account. Okay. For that, you have to use different tools. Have you got it? I'm just giving you some clues. First verification tool for any personality like Sara Sachin Pilot, you have to go in the bio first. Does follow is a thing. Another type of account on Twitter, we are having imposter accounts. Okay, during this Galwan clash between India and China, Benjamin Netanyahu's account, parody account created and tweeted, "I stand with India," but it was fake. Okay, many you must have you must know this Sunita Yadav case. Have you gone through it on social media?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We know.
Yes, the Sunita Yadav, the parody account have tweeted lot of things related to real Sunita Yadav, but that account was ultimately parody account, and the real Sunita suffered very much due to that that Gujarat police case. This is again a type of misinformation. Geo News Kashmir have pinned a tweet. Xingzi, Indian army was abusing our Chinese army. So in relation, 15 Indian, just check the spelling also. When you are debunking anything, I'm just telling about the clues. Check the spelling, Indian spelling is written wrongly. Have you seen it?
Yes, sir.
15
Yes, sir.
Indian troopers got killed. So just see for the clues. And they have just circulated this news that 50 Indian soldiers has died and 75 have captured. When people searched about this account, this is the original tweet and someone has mocked the tweet and they have created this fake tweet. And Geo News Kashmir have posted it on Facebook page. Okay? To just circulate an agenda of Chinese army or anyone. After that, people search the account of Xingzi, nothing has found there too. So another verification tool is Spoonbill. Okay, for Spoonbill, it is a very interesting tool. What you have to do, you must have a Twitter account for that, and you have to register your Twitter account to Spoonbill. What Spoonbill do? It will tell you the corrections which the accounts are making, whom you are following. Okay, like when you follow some account, when you're trying to verify some Twitter account, just follow that account. When you follow that account and you are registered on Spoonbill, Spoonbill will give you the daily update of that account if that account is changing anything in their bio section. How you will get the update? Oxfam updated their name to Oxfam International. On mail you will get these updates. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
BOA, you will get these updates. When you will get these updates, you will find out that some accounts are continuously updating, few accounts are continuously updating the information, bio information. Okay, so maybe it can give you a red flag that you can find out that fake account by using a Spoonbill. Does follow, I have already told you many times. These are the now see Robert De Niro parody, it is okay. Parody Boris Johnson, it is okay. These are the okay parody accounts because they have written it is a parody account. Okay, but many times you will not find out these parodies written here. So you have to follow the Spoonbill, does follow a lot of other things to just verify that account. One more thing, you can use geocode location to check the virality of that content. Okay, to check the virality of that content, you can use the geocode location. So how we will use it, I will tell you. Now I'm opening my Twitter account. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you how to use the geocode. For using geocode, you have to first try to find out the location. First, what you have to find out? The GPS coordinates of any place. GPS coordinates of any place. What geocode will do, it will tell you the virality of any content in one location. Virality of any content in one location. Okay, so let me find out the GPS coordinates. Now I'm opening the website GPS coordinates. Okay, so this is the GPS coordinates website. Now you can tell me the location you want to find out the virality of any content. Yes, currently it is coming. It is taking my location. Okay, now I got the location of Delhi. Okay, this is the latitude and longitude of Delhi. Okay, are you getting it? So what you have to do?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
You have to copy it as it is, latitude and longitude. Just Control C. Now come back to Twitter account. Put here the formula geocode colon, and without any space you can put the latitude and longitude of Delhi. Okay, now comma. I want to find out the virality of any content in 10 kilometer radius of 10 km radius. Now you have to put the radius. In which radius you want to find out the virality of any content. Now again comma, and now tell me one keyword which you want to find out. Geocode 10 km, and now comma, put Kejri. I'm writing the correct spelling now. Kejri.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so now just press enter. Okay, now you can check that who is posting. Khawon Ka Musafir. It's some Mukesh Kejriwal is posting something because he is having Kejriwal in his name. That's why it is coming. Ansuriya's Kejriwal and Adesh Gupta. Finally, Kejriwal government has allowed something. So anywhere, these are the this is the keyword which you have searched, and these are the tweets from the 10 kilometer radius of the New Delhi. Verification tool for Facebook. There are not many tools are available to verify the Facebook, but for verifying the page, you can use the page transparency. Have you used it anytime? Page transparency. So when you are seeing anything, anyone is just posting anything on Facebook page and which is not true, you can go in the Facebook page transparency tool, and you will find out the summary, page history, who manages the page. Many times you will get the contact detail too, and you can directly contact with the person that information is true or not. Other pages managed by the same users, you can find out these things in the Facebook page transparency. Again, one more verification tool is CrowdTangle. For CrowdTangle is again, you must have an account, and you can just give them a consent that you are going to use the data for the academic purposes or for fact checking. You have to give that consent to these CrowdTangle people. What it will give you? It will give you the virality of content across Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit. Okay, this CrowdTangle is covering Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit, and you can easily get the virality of content on all these 4 platforms. Okay, just go on CrowdTangle and put the keyword there, and we'll get the virality of that content. When you get the virality of that content, you know that the fake information get viral more than the true information. So many times the viral content may be fake. So who is tweeting or who is posting that viral content on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram? You can easily find out that from the CrowdTangle. Okay, you can easily use it. Another thing is, after finding out the virality of content from the CrowdTangle, you have to look for the Facebook ID. Go in the lookupid.com, put the URL there, and you will find out the details of that ID. Who is posting? Simply who is posting. Okay, this is not useful for you. Verification tool for tools for the website. For the website, you have to check the ownership. You have to access the content. You have to check the history. Look for the clickbaits. Too many advertisements. If too many advertisements are there, it means that website may be fake. Check if any article have been fact checked. You can also check if any article have fact checked related to that website by any fact checker agency. So who.is is a wonderful website. It is a domain. It is having the domain information related to domains. When you put any domain name here, it will give you the information related to ownership, related to the, many times the owner may hide the information, but it will still provide you the lot of things. If you are good in searching the web content and all these things. One news got viral. I know that you must have countered with this fake news. China seeks for court approval to kill over 20,000 coronavirus patients died for the respiratory virus. So how to debunk it? Now see this ab-tc.com has circulated this news. Normally those the website which are fake, they not use the title, not use the name of the author of the content. Okay, they will write from the correspondent, from many times they will not use anything. Okay, neither the content, who is written that content. So when you put this ab-tc.com on who.is, you will find out that it is a registered domain, byte-based domain it is, and registered in 2019. Expiry date is given. It is running from China. So okay. So maybe that website is circulated in the original thing because it is from China. But what you have to do, you have to check the clickbaits again. This website is having a lot of clickbaits. These are clickbaits. Okay. Pictures are different, but the content is different. Pictures are different, the content is, these are the clickbait advertisements. When you are finding several clickbaits, it means it is a fake content creation website. Website is registered in China, but it is having US-centric content. So you know that US and China have some not good, very good diplomatic relations. So this website is circulating the fake news. One more thing you can do, you can fact check the other websites also. Many websites have debunked many articles related to this website into their during the fact checking. Okay, now verify with the primary sources. This is the most important thing and the most important lesson for the journalism students too. You must contact with the primary sources. Have you got this viral content? Finally, an Indian student from Pondicherry University named Ramu found a home remedy to cure COVID-19. So what to do? Like you are having a primary source is Pondicherry University. Why not to contact the Pondicherry University? So for debunking this information, people, the fact checkers, these to Pondicherry University to the Vice Chancellor Gurmeet Singh, and he refuted that claim that no one has created anything. Okay, no one has founded any remedy for curing the coronavirus. And one more thing you can check that WHO has not provided anything related to pepper, ginger, and honey as the COVID-19 cure. I think you must have read that news that that is very much viral, that India will cross the 50, I think 5 crore or 50 lakh cases in May 2020. Some statisticians and data scientists have just given an idea after seeing the graphs and all things that India will cross the 50 lakh COVID-19 cases in May 2020. But it has crossed in September. Okay, you can check the reviews. There are a lot of health news reviews are there. You can check those reviews to go on health, search the research papers related to health information. If you find out any scientific evidence, you can just verify it with the doctor, and then you can do lot of things you can do in debunking medical information. You can check the date and time stamps also on different platforms. This is additional thing in source verification. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and this Instagram all are having different time formats. Facebook determined by the time zone used by your computer. Twitter normally, if not logged in, it will take the Pacific Standard Time. YouTube always in Pacific Standard Time, and Insta is always in Pacific Standard Time and Coordinated Universal Time also. So when you are verifying these sources, you can just check that timestamp also, date and timestamp also, because it is also a powerful tool. Many times the people may manipulate the post, but they will not be able to manipulate the time. Okay, they can crop that image, but they will not be able to manipulate the time. So that also can help you in debunking the medical misinformation. Okay, so takeaways are: good information comes from the credible source. Peddlers of misinformation often have the history of spreading it. Continuously they will spread it. Source verification involves scrutiny. The tools we observed will help you to find out the information about the source, but you still need to ask the right question to look for the red flags. Again, verify, and look for the red flags. All type of verification of the different tools to use. You can easily use it. If you are not able to use it in future, you can directly ask me. Okay, and maybe this session is recorded. You can go through this session again, and you can easily debunk it and identify medical misinformation.
This fact-checking workshop by Fact and Kit and in collaboration with Data Lead, conducted by Dr. Aditya Shukla, is indeed a Sanjeevani Booty to fight all kinds of infections found in information and source. We know today all news and information that we receive has become more infectious than the coronavirus itself.
Yes.
So this kind of workshop, what we today had by Dr. Aditya Shukla, is nothing less than a Sanjeevani Booty to heal ourselves and learn how to refine the information that we get from different sources. On behalf of NISCOT, I wholeheartedly thank Dr. Aditya for sparing his precious time with us today and equipping us to fight fake news and misinformation. Thank you so much, Dr. Aditya, for being with us and
Thank you.
enlightening us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Father. Thank you very much.